What's up, you guys? All right, well, here we are Wednesday morning. Wednesday, typically my best day of the week, biggest green day. I'm up $6,300, $6,320.64. Not bad. $6,097.08 was from AIHS, the leading gapper in the entire US market today, gapping up 137%. Not bad. So that was where I got the bulk of my profit. It was straight off the pre-market watch list, just like yesterday, and I think just like the day before actually as well. I mean, it's usually the case that I trade right off the pre-market watch list, but occasionally, we'll have a stock that pops up that wasn't on the watch list and does give some good opportunities. But that really wasn't the case today. Today it was right off the watch list. AIHS and cheaper stock, did the best I could, and I'd like to keep trading. It's about 10:55 now, but the writing's on the wall. My last 3 trades, I gave back almost $1,000. I was up 7,200, 7,300, and so I'm starting to slip back a little bit, and that's the point where it's like, all right, I'm moving in the wrong direction. I gotta stop. So think of yourself, those of you guys who live in places that have snow, you start sliding a little bit, off the edge of the road into a little bit of a bank or whatever the case is, and you start to spin. You're like, okay, well, hold up. Okay, spinning a little bit. Let's just give it a chance. I don't need to call a tow truck right away. I can figure this out. Maybe put it in 4-wheel drive, you lock your differentials, whatever the case is, car you got. You try to get out, and then you start sliding deeper and deeper and deeper. And now it's like, okay, now let's stop before I make things a lot worse and then have to explain to the tow truck driver why, the car is like 10 feet further down than it really should be. And so with trading, it's kind of like that. Once, I'll be aggressive, but then once I start to slip back, then I have to really keep a tight leash on it and not let myself just dig a really big hole for myself. It's only going to make it harder for me to get back out of. So might as well just stop as soon as things don't feel good. Now, of course, there are times where, I could stop because I had a couple losses, and then I come back later and I realize, oh wow, there ended up being a lot more momentum and I missed it, and I could get a little FOMO over that. But at the same time, if you can walk away with money in your pocket, you're doing something 9 out of 10 traders can't do consistently. Day trading is hard. We all know that. I hope you know that. So, walking away early, I think it's generally better. And I'm looking at NNBC right here, and I'm down $280 on it. It just popped 40 cents off the $9 spot back up to the VWAP. And it's like, man, that stock is so frustrating today. It's probably going to break VWAP and rip to 1050 without me. But if it does, it does. I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to take this money off the table, and I'm not going to give into FOMO and risk giving it back. So one of the best things I can do right now is click this X button on my charts and stop looking at it. Because if I keep staring at that, I can talk myself into a trade. And then next thing I know, I'm trading a stock that I'm already red on, that has already been choppy, that at breakout points has already failed multiple times in a row. But in that moment, I'm seeing all the potential, and I'm seeing all the opportunity, and I'm not thinking about more of the really downside risk. And that's where things can get sloppy. So, and I say that, absolutely from experience. So, I hope you guys take it in, and from the losses that I've had, you can avoid some of your own. Well, now, so I closed my charts. I still have my level 2 up, and it just dropped back down towards $9. So, 40 cents up, 40 cents back down. Wild ride. So I'm closing that down as well, shutting it down. Enjoy the recap today. And remember, we are still running our 4th of July sales. So those of you guys who want to join the Warrior Starter class or the Warrior Pro class, coupon code July40 will save you 40% on either one, whichever one you want. The starter is our introductory class. The pro is the flagship course. It includes the starter and all of the pro level classes. So I hope to see you guys in the classes. Enjoy the recap today. And I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone. All right, everyone, so we're going to do our midday market recap. So we're going to go over the trades from this morning, finishing the day here up $6,320.64. This is going to be the smallest green day I've had since last Tuesday, and it's the first day I haven't made or lost at least $10,000 since, let me definitely at least some point in June. Let's see where it is though. I'm just looking at my calendar here. So remove that. It must have been at some point. Yeah, so June 24th. June 24th, I made only $5,700. So this is that was the last day I made less. Actually, I had Monday the 29th, I made only $8,400. So there's been a couple days where I've made less than 10,000, but yeah, today was just kind of slow. And it started a little bit pre-market with the leading gapper, which was AIHS, being up only about 67%. In the last few days, we have been seeing, the last few weeks, we've been seeing on a daily basis stocks gapping up 100% or more. So the fact that our leading gapper today was only gapping up, whatever that was, 60, 70%, was kind of telling that, we were moving in the wrong direction. So in terms of strong momentum. So my first trade on it was the first 5-minute candle to make a new high pre-market right here, and I bought 20,000 shares. This stock, as you can see, had has had a tremendous amount of volume. It's got 83 million shares of volume right now. Did end up gapping up 137% by the time the bell was ringing because it squeezed up right through here. So it hit a high of 209. It pulled back. The bell rang. I got back in it, and those were the best trades right there. And each of these I was trading between 20,000 and 30,000 shares. So fairly big positions on this. 10 cents is $2,500, and so I was able to get, I don't know, whatever it is, 30 cents or so of total profit from my first entry down here all the way up through the highs, and then there was another entry, I can't remember, it goes around there or something. So the thing is, unfortunately, just like yesterday, this one is not holding up super well. And so what's stopping me right now from taking any more trades is the fact that I feel like I need something to be at high a day in order to keep trading, and with some high relative volume. And we don't have that on AIHS. The second and third leading gappers, no trades. The fourth leading gapper, NNVC, I'm down $280 on. So $280 is not a big deal, but again, this was a gapper out of the gates, just it was weak. And my first trade on it was actually a dip trade on this huge red candle here, but it really didn't bounce off the low. It bounced like a teeny bit, but not much. And so I took a loss on that. And then I got back in down here on a double bottom. It broke the double bottom right here, and then I got in at 88. And as it curled up to 920, I got out of that with profit, and that got me to down only 280. I was down about 2,000 on it after my first dip trade. So NNVC, not particularly easy to trade, kind of a bummer. AYRO hit the high day Momo scanner earlier this morning, so that tells us it was squeezing up, had some momentum. So let's see, where was that? Yeah, it was right in here. So AYRO, nice move on it. First pullback got bought up, made $1,000 on it. Nothing super exciting, you can see right there. But again, a little something on that. JRJC, had a small trade on that. It popped up here. I actually bought this dip off the VWAP right there on that candle. It popped back up and then flushed back down. So stopped out basically just above break even. And then NKLA, the biggest loss, again on a large cap stock. I told myself to be a little cautious on it because large cap stocks sometimes are a little bit more difficult. I bought right into 51. There was a 13,000 share seller at 51, and it went 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I jumped in, and then it dropped and didn't break that level. I thought it was about to break, but it didn't. And so then I was in right at the breakout spot, and drops it, and $745 loss. So that's fine. I didn't take 10,000 shares of it. I took small size, and I'm okay with that trade. So yeah, generally speaking, I would love to keep trading today. I'd love to make it a $10,000 plus day, but what am I going to trade? There's a couple stocks that have hit the high day Momo scanner, but they either have no news or they don't have a lot of volume. This one has neither. No news, not much of a chart to work with. and the market doesn't feel really hot right now. So the container store popped up, but not much. It just feels like today's not the day to really, step up to the plate and try to take big risks. There's just not enough happening. And sometimes it's like that. And that can be really hard for a trader, knowing that on another day, I might be able to keep trading and be up $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15,000. But if I kept doing that today, even my last few trades, the last trade I took today was on, was it on NKLA? Yeah, the last trade was on NKLA. The trade before that was on NNVC, and the trade before that was on JRJC. So, it's like, all right, the last 3 trades, I was up 7,000 and gave back a little profit. And that was kind of my indicator to say, you know what? I think it's a good time to walk. It's a very hard decision to make because I might walk away now and come back and see that something popped up, breaking news, and all of a sudden off it went. Or that for whatever reason, AYRO was a little sluggish here, but then, starts to open up, gets back above VWAP, and breaks through this daily level of 818. I mean, you never know. So I could come back later and see that and feel FOMO and frustration that I missed that opportunity and I could have made more. But, the odds are when this is the type of action that we're seeing, if I keep trading, I'm going to continue to get back profit. And of course, every trade I take, I pay a commission on it. You guys who are at commission-free brokers don't have that, but I do. I pay commission. So, treading water, if I'm breaking even, well, I'm actually losing money after commission. So I've kind of got to be thoughtful when I take a big position like 20,000 shares. The 20,000 shares at 0.0025 ECM, it's going to be $50 to buy and another $50 to sell. That's not nothing. And that's the price you pay for direct access routing. I'm willing to pay that price because during a hot market, that precision of being able to get in quickly with 10, 15, 20, 30,000 shares and get out quickly with that size, that can give me tens of thousands of dollars, I would say more profit, maybe even hundreds of thousands, versus using smart routing at kind of a generic broker that really doesn't cater to day traders. But during a slow market, every day you're trading, you're burning commission. So, it's just that analogy of, every day this is a boat that's taking on water in the form of fees and commissions. So, I want to try to minimize that as much as possible. And the best way to do that is to minimize the losses. Because you take a loss and then you also add the extra $50 in commission and, just like that. It's really frustrating. So, today's a day where this wouldn't be a market where you want to be swinging for the fences. You want to be really mindful of your risk. So for those of you guys who, mismanage your risk today for whatever reason on NNVC or on whatever stock it is, go back and look at those trades and also, ask yourself, why was it that I was being that aggressive in this current market? Right, the market was not as hot today, even as it was yesterday, and yesterday wasn't as hot as it was on Monday. So we're seeing a little bit of a progressive slowdown. It'll pick back up again, but what we need in order for that to happen is the stock to just go bananas, to go crazy. So, it's, again, for those of you that are on the wrong side today of the P&L line and you're red, I feel that frustration. I've been there 1,000 times, and the only thing you can do is get back up and go through and figure out where you went wrong, where things went off the rails, and try to learn from that loss. That's the biggest thing you can do. And for those who are profitable and were able to walk away at the right time today, give yourself a pat on the back. That's good. And we'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. All right, so I'll see you guys in the morning, right around 9 a.m. We'll be doing pre-market analysis, and hopefully we'll have a couple good stocks on the gap scanner. Leading gapper today, 27 million share float. I mean, not bad, but, and I pulled some profit out of it for sure. But, I just said, this is a stock where the only way I'm going to be able to make money is to trade with 30,000 shares, because I don't think it's going to move up 50 or 60 cents a share. So I think it's realistically going to be going up in 5 to 10, 15 cent blocks. So 30,000 shares, 10 cents is $3,000. If I could do that twice, I'll be good. And that's the best I could do. So had a chance maybe of opening up above 228, 230, 240, 250, but there was some daily resistance there and it just couldn't do it. So anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys had a good day, and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Help us hit 750,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button, and stay tuned and check out some of my other awesome uploads right here on YouTube.